Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look here again at Fetch.AI. This coin is doing pretty well, definitely looking good. We're going to talk about potential for breakout and discuss a little bit more about this liquidation. So if you're new to the channel, welcome on board. Hope you can learn something today. CryptoCache.tech is a site, link down below if you want to become a better trader. Just before we get started, I ask you go ahead and hit the like button, comment below. Really important to help grow the channel. Deeply appreciate that. Hopefully we can get more content like this out to people that actually deserve it instead of getting destroyed by other novice traders. So what we want to look at here with Fetch.AI is some pretty straightforward stuff. Liquidation. Tons of liquidation, both the upside and downside. So unfortunately, folks, there's no definitive direction based on this. There never truly is, but a lot of times you can kind of lean more towards the price going one way or the other because of heavy concentrations of liquidation. Either way you look at it here, important to recognize 250 is a round number and 180 are the two areas of liquidation. So 250 is this guy here and 180 is all the way down here. So we're technically a little closer to the 250 range. So keep that in mind. A little more potential for the price to increase to sweep that upper level of liquidity. But once more, you don't take a trade based on that one thing. But again, it should be used as ammunition to help you make an informed decision. So speaking of informed decisions, on the daily time frame, let's go ahead and see where we're at in the moving averages. We're above the 100 and the 200. However, we're getting rejected tentatively by the 20 and under the 50. Generally speaking, you want to be over the 50-day SMA on the daily to have any good continuation potential. Leading into this, though, it doesn't mean that we're necessarily in a bad spot because breaking through the 20 kind of gives us that short-term benefit knowing that we're doing well. Okay, so at this point, we're rejecting out of the 20-day SMA and we're also hitting this 50 RSI wall. So again, this little area, kind of a point of contention, letting us know that this price is going to start compressing and likely explode either to the upside or downside soon. Stochastic RSI swinging down, money flow index kind of low. Generally speaking, this is slightly less favorable on the daily time frame than we'd want it to be. Not bad at all, it's more neutral, but at this point, looking at the 4 hour, very much the same thing. We're right smack dab in between all moving averages. Okay, so again, all the more likelihood of the price kind of breaking out one way or the other. We're under 50 in the RSI and money flow index is low. Stochastic is swinging up and MACD is trying to converge but hasn't yet. So these are all, again, kind of more fair to Midland neutral news, things that are not like super definitive. What is helpful though, and we can look at this here of course, because you always want to focus on volume. If we look, kind of zoom out to the most recent time frame here, so ever since the price action's been over 180, we can see heavy concentrations of liquidity rather, a lot of volume at $2.64. So we're still below that, implying that that's going to be a resistance if and when we get there. Okay. Now, granted, that's a good 15% away, so got a little ways to go before we see that. But generally speaking, that's something we want to be mindful of moving forward. So if you're going to consider some profit targets, always put your profit target just below that point of control. When we look at the more recent time frame, this is just kind of looking back since roughly 1 month. In the last 1 month, we are doing fairly well here. We're above that 216 point of control. So if you're focusing solely on the last month's worth of trading, we're actually doing better as an average here at 224. So that is quite favorable. Okay, we take a look at that. We combine that with the Ichimoku cloud here. We can kind of confirm that we're still not out of the woods yet. We're still under the cloud. Lagging span is barely free and clear on the convergence lines over the baseline. So this is like one good, one bad, and one neutral sign. Okay, so again, the whole chart here for Fetch.AI, it's tentatively bullish, but it's still shifting its momentum. Okay, until we get a solid candlestick closure, I would say at a higher price point, which we can actually pull up some fibs here to kind of see what that looks like. Let's go with more recent time. We can kind of see if the price breaks above this 0.382, like 225 or higher, we might have a solid chance at continuing further up. A leg to stand on, so to speak. But what's nice is we do see a period of consolidation here, a lot of consolidation at this 215 range, and being above that is beneficial. So there is more propensity for the price to go up than down if you look at just a short-term time frame. Even though we're not above the cloud, we're still higher highs, higher lows. Technically, we've established those. Higher highs and parallel lows, rather. Basically a double bottom pattern here. So this is a decent pattern that should usually break out to the upside, but again, me personally, a little premature. Bitcoin pulls back, we could see Fetch also retrace. So I would rather wait to get confirmation, and to me, confirmation is going to come roughly 24 hours from now at like 225 or higher, somewhere in that range. Again, that's just kind of what I like to look for. Is it a guarantee? No, not an exact science, but for our swing trades, generally speaking, average somewhere between 85-90%, I would say. So obviously, if you use good risk tolerance, you can maximize your benefit. and it's definitely worthwhile. So at this point, I would say just be a little more patient, wait for the price action to get where you want it to go first, and then consider taking a trade, because it's mostly neutral. Everything is kind of like a lot of signs are pointing up and down at the same time. I don't know if you ever ask for directions and everyone's telling you different directions to go, and none of them have an orientation north. Is that really trustworthy? Probably not. And that's kind of where we're at right now. Don't trust Fetch.AI. Not because it's AI, but because it doesn't give us firm direction. Okay, that's kind of the concept. Do me a favor, like the comment. I always say that. Like the video, comment below. Deeply appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you want to join, awesome exchange here. We're trading with BitUnix, phenomenal exchange here. Link down below. Use my link to register. You get some really excellent rewards. No KYC or VPN required. Check them out, folks. They're an awesome exchange. Thank you, BitUnix, and thank you too for being a great part of my life. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.